Help me ducks, it's Simon here. How are we all doing? Bang on 5. Can't hear it very well today because I've got the windows closed. It is freezing today, it's really cold. We got to 0 last night, and when I woke up this morning it was 3 degrees. So anyway, I'll turn my volume down. I'm slacking, getting worse. So how are we all doing? Let's see who we've got in the chat today. Wow, loads and loads of people, 53. We've got Patsy was first in. Sandra, Becca, Jen, Sue, Alana, Jamie, Josie, Dory, Kim, Karen, Juliet, Sandra, Alana, Thought Thingy, Raven Song, Elle, Ziffer DeBoa, and we have Jessie and Luna, Eternal Cycles, Stray Cat, Naomi, Karen, Witch of Whimsy, Queen of Kooky, Merrick, I'm seeing lots of repeats, Shane, Sean, Robin, Jackie, Rob, Zane, Ms, Nexel, Celia, Gemma, Annie, Andrea, George, Elaine, Coffee Loving Cat, Witch of Cups, Essence 818, and MS. Oh, that's been deleted. And I think I've caught up Salia and Susan. So hello and welcome, everybody. How are we all doing today? Hope everybody's well. It's hump day, the turn of the week. This doesn't feel like, I don't know, a couple of days since I last said that, you know, the turn of the week, hump day. And there's loads piling now. Look at the chat going. So hello to everybody else who's just joining us. It's really good to see everybody. Can pop that back now. Loved our impromptu chat earlier today. Was you there, saying? I'm dangerous. So I'd got a meeting scheduled for 2, and I thought, so I had a bit of a late lunch because I thought I'll work, then have my lunch, and then go to the meeting. And then what I usually do on my lunch is set the schedule for the QuaranStream, which I did, and it wasn't taking. As I was doing it, I was getting a spinning wheel, so I came off that, shut it down, ended it, went back in, scheduled it again, which is this one, and then I was aware of my phone ringing at one time, and I had to quickly switch it off because I hadn't put it on silent. I was in a live meeting, so I quickly switched my phone off, well, flicked it onto silent, switched it off, flicked it on silent. And then the meeting was about 25 minutes, I think, something like that. Came out of the meeting and I was like, what on earth? There was missed calls, there was messages, you're live. And I had a blind panic that I was live, as in streaming live. But I wasn't. It had ended, but everybody was still being able to chat in a vortex somewhere in this black hole. So I couldn't figure out how to end it because there was no way to end it because it had already ended. And it's the same when I end the chat today on this one, when I end it, people can carry on chatting. It's really bizarre. So all I could do was go into the settings and delete the stream, delete it completely. So it went. Let's see if there's a good afternoon replying to Sandra's lockdown helpers hashtag. So that will be posted this evening. Oh, fab, Elaine. I was thinking about you today because I thought I've not seen you for a while, and I was hoping you were well. You popped up. It was an old video that was suggested, and I think it said 4 years ago, about a tattoo, unveiling a tattoo or something like that. And I thought, well, I'll have to watch that later. And then I thought, I've not seen Elaine for a while, so I'll look forward to that. Jeff's here. Hello, Jeff. How are you doing? It's really good to see you. Who else we got? Oh, Eternal Cycles has done a VR to lockdown helpers as well. I'll have to use the tag to find people then and all the responses. That's the whole point of tags, isn't it, to do that? Blind Panic. I was lucky we couldn't... Oh, yeah, with the broadcast. It was lucky we couldn't hear or see you. Yeah, no kidding. You wanted to make sure we're alive. We knew you weren't live. Oh, we wanted to make sure I was alive. Yeah, I was just oblivious to it all. Justin's here. Hello, Justin. YouTube's been crazy. It has. It's doing a few little weird things at the minute. Happens to the best of us. It does, but you know, I've been doing lives now for almost 3 years. And I've never had any issues before, but it must be a little bit extra sensitive at the minute. Simon, I'm getting new ink tomorrow. Wow, Raven, what are you getting? What design? Hello, Simon and everyone. And out of timeout. Mendy got put in timeout. Bad L, bad L. I'm thinking of perhaps, you know, punishing her, Mendy, and stripping her of her duties for about a week. Removing that wrench. What do we all think? Hi, Kay. Conrad, hello. I'm going to be talking about Conrad shortly. So many people here. I know, it's lovely to see everybody. Lovely turnout as usual. It was great fun, Simon. It was great fun for you lot. I was reading back. You was having a whale of a time just all chatting. It's like the old Yahoo groups, isn't it? That was around like 20 years ago. Or MSN, where you could just chat. But, you know, no videos or anything. Just like a chat room. Oh, great. So Josie Lestrange has just received the Tarot Days O Arcs and loves it. I love it too. Karen says, else build some of the dark secrets, Simon, that you really prefer Toth to RWS. I saw that when I read back. I saw it. She's a minx. I still want to know what her excuse was. Yeah, so you're going to say... L, the reason you said that you'd pressed time out. Raven Song says, do you know if the 14-day quarantine for tourists will be in effect in September? We don't. It's very sketchy on what information we've been given. We know there's going to be a 14-day quarantine, but we're not sure when that will be. Because obviously we've got people who was going to come to the UK Tarot Meetup, which is in August. Flying in from Australia and America, so we're not sure either what's going to happen there. Happy Hump Day, everyone. Happy Hump Day, Chris. Everybody's going on about the chat from earlier. Hey Simon, sent you an email yesterday. Not sure if you got it. No, I haven't. Where did you send it to? I don't think I've got it. So no, you might need to send again. Made me want to set up a 24-hour live stream with the sound muted, camera covered, so we can just pop in and chat if we're feeling lonely and bored. Yeah. But you can appear, you could still appear. I'm chatting to you now and appearing. Is it Simon Channel friendly? Yeah, I'm not monetized. I'm not going to get a strike or anything like that. The Tarot Lady's waiting for the post. Radiant White tin is coming today. Oh, wow. I've had that one for, I think that was one of my first tins, actually, that I ever got. Sent it via your website. Yeah, maybe not then. Send it to sibri@me.com. SIBRI@me.com. All right. So, new decks, guys. Not that I've got a new deck here, but I'm going to be getting one as soon as I can today. Because you've heard me talk about, and is in the room, which is a lovely surprise, the CS Tarot deck. This is the first edition. As of today, the second edition is live. It is launched. And there's a few things that you need to know about them. Firstly, I want to say, and I've been guilty of this, Conrad Stein has made it very clear that the CS, even though it's his initials, is not referring to the Conrad Stein tarot deck. It's the Coleman Smith tarot, okay? So it's Pamela's artwork, Pixie's artwork, and he just wanted that, you know, making quite clear. The second edition, and I love this, you know, I've spoke about this deck so many times. It's such beautiful quality. The second edition has three main differences. Firstly, one or two people objected to the tiny little copyright that's on the front of the cards. So that has been removed. That has gone. The backs, this one is the amber, because it's actually a photograph of amber, which had Pixie's signature in the middle. The signature has been removed, okay? So it's fully reversible now because there's no signature on the back. The backs now come with three different options. So there's still this one, which is the amber, which is gorgeous. But there's also a black, what we're calling the black crackle backs. But it's kind of like a slate grey black. It's not a deep black, but it's beautiful, and that's what I'm going for. And there's also a burnt orange, so more of that colour tone on the back as well. So that's the backs. Yeah, and as I said, the signature has been removed as well. Then there are different size options now. So there is a mini option, which is a really tiny mini. And Elle, if you wouldn't mind posting the link, if you haven't already, do check out Conrad's video walkthrough where it explains, because with the mini, obviously to get it to the size and ratio and everything, he's had to lose some of the art. So you need to know that if you're buying that one. There's the Naked and Cut edition. That looks really nice. That's Trump size. So a Trump size playing card type size version of the deck. That one is a little bit more expensive, but that's not down to Conrad. That is down to the fact that make playing cards for that size insist on a certain price bracket. There is, of course, this standard size, tarot size edition, but then there's also a jumbo edition, and they're really nice large cards, probably about that much bigger, but really nice to handle as well. And I'm going to get that one next month when I get paid. I'm going to get the standard one today. There are gilding options as well. So on this standard size, you can get gilding. I'm going to get gold gilding, but you can get silver gilding on certain ones. You have to have a look at which ones have it. And then he is including as well two, thank you, Elle, two art cards, Pamela Coleman Smith art cards as well, free of charge. So it's actually an 80 card deck that you're getting. all available from Make Playing Cards, and is also designed a tin. So if you want to buy a tin to put them in, because Make Playing Cards aren't fab, are they? You know, many of the things I bought for them are either shrink wrapped or in plain white boxes, but there is a tin that he's designed as well, which fits any regular size version that he's got out there. So thank you. I think, yeah, there's two links that Elle shared. One is for Conrad's website, which is the Tarot Lounge. And the second one that's gone up is the link to Make Playing Cards. So, yeah, and I was very fortunate because Conrad sent me, and Becca actually sent Becca, these prototype decks of the first edition. Look at that sky. And you heard me say when I did my RWS special Cup of Catching Cards that this was you know, one of my favourite iteration of the Pamela Coleman-Smith tarot. So, Conrad, is there anything else you want to say that you're here that I might not have mentioned that you want people to know about? Love the look of it. Yeah, Sandra, it's a really nice deck. It's in a smooth. I think they're all going to be in the smooth now, aren't they? Which has brought the cost down, but they're actually a little bit thicker than this one, so they're really good quality and for a cheaper price. So many options. I want the black back with silver edging. Mine, yes, well, you can get the black back with silver edging. That is one of the options you can get. Look at the colours in that one. Isn't it beautiful? This will be my next purchase then. Yeah, well, I know I said I'm not getting anything else this month because I kind of blew my budget, but I do want to get the kind of the deluxe one, which is the gilded one with the black crackle back, because I adore it. And then next month I will get the jumbo because it'd be nice to have the jumbo size. Look at how beautiful that is. Yes, so Tarot de Marseille has done two different vintage Marseille decks. I didn't know if they were up yet, so that's why I didn't mention them. You got it all, thanks, Simon. The standard version is now $24. $24. I mean, it's for a deck of this quality, that's really, really good. So, yeah, so the Marseille, I didn't realise they were up yet, but two kind of different vintage toned Marseille decks as well, if people prefer Marseille decks. Oh, my High Priestess. Yeah. And look at the colours there. So I really adore this deck. Oh, really, really nice. Do you still use yours, Becca? The blues are amazing. They are. I'll show you a few blues. Yeah, really, really lovely. Yeah. So there you go. So I just wanted to mention it because I've talked about this deck so many times, and I've known for some time that there's a second edition coming because Conrad and I do talk, and it's been kind of keeping me in the picture and let me know how it's going and all that sort of stuff. I edged mine as well, which I won't have to worry about the next one I'm getting because it'll be coming gilded. This is my #1 deck, says Jackie. I'm so pleased as well, Jackie, that an RWS is your #1 deck because, you know, your daughter has very weird and wonderful tastes when it comes to tarot. She's very quirky. So that could have rubbed off, but I'm glad you've gone more traditional. It has a borderless version. Yeah, so that's the naked and cut edition, isn't it? Which is trumped size. And Conrad actually made a good point, because if you are a deck modifier, like a lot of us are, you could actually buy the jumbo edition and cut the borders off, use a corner rounder, and you'd still have quite a large, well, even larger slightly than a normal tarot then, with all the borders taken off, and then you've got a borderless version yourself, and you can just edge it however you want to edge it. So, Elle called out. She knows that I always say that about her choice in tarot decks. Oh, is it Jamie's birthday? Happy birthday, Jamie. I'm not going to sing because I wouldn't subject anybody to that, but... Oh, so happy... So, yeah, everybody wish our Jamie a happy birthday. Everybody is doing, so that's lovely. So, anybody got anything they want to talk about? I kind of just come on for a bit of a chat today rather than have a subject. I'm kind of subjected out at the minute. Uh-oh, Jamie Kelly, I started something. Chris, was you the only person that knew? We will sing many happy returns of the day. Well, you lot can sing. I'm not going to. It's not her birthday. What? So everybody's wishing Jamie a happy birthday. Why would we think it's Jamie's birthday? We need Jamie to speak. Where is Jamie? She's probably not even in the room. I'm scrolling back and I can't even find... Oh, there she is. Yeah, you know I'm going to look, was the last thing I could see. If it isn't, then it is now. An honorary birthday. Chris and I have been using Jamie's birthday as an excuse to buy decks all month. Oh, I see. Well, happy belated birthday then, Jamie. No, Simon, it was May the 1st. Mendy, Chris and I keep buying decks during my birthday month of May. Birthday month, I'm going to have to remember that come October. That's it. Whole month of buying decks. Because she buys so many decks. I love the True Black. It's a great reader. Yeah, True Black is beautiful. We voted. You get another birthday this year. Have a very merry unbirthday. I'm still waiting on my Centennial in a Tin. Can't wait for it to arrive. It's a good one, the Centennial in a Tin. Really good card stock and quality. It's lovely. Hi, Stephanie. Good to see you. Anybody want to see any particular decks while I'm here? I've still got a good 20 minutes left. If there's any decks anybody wants to see as a request, then as long as I have it, happy to show it. Well, Chris' birthday is in June the 1st. Okay, Jen, see you later. So good to get the news about Conrad's deck. Yeah. Pre-ordered the True Black. Is it coming out as a second edition then? Amanda went for a lovely walk in the woods today and posted some pics on Facebook. I feel better for going outside. Yeah. I went Monday morning and I really do need to go again. Really love to see Pam's Vintage if you have. Okay, Pam's Vintage. Star Spinner's not out here yet, Elaine. Or last I looked, it wasn't. Yeah. Because we looked at doing that as a possibility for Tarot Times, one of them. I thought it was June, but if you've got yours, then maybe it is. Do you have another deck that's like the Dirty Pam? Not really. I mean, the 2.0 has got some really nice colours, but let me show the vintage, because someone's asked for the vintage. So this is Pam's Vintage Tarot. We're having a bit of an RWS day today, aren't we? This is from the European printer, so it's in that lovely 2-part box. Really nice. That's the inside of the box. And this is the tarot size version. Limited edition, first print, this one. And they are borderless, as you can see. And they have this, the card stock is really, really good. It is the Roses and Lilies back, which is also aged. And yeah, it's really nice. Really good quality cards. They don't have the titles on them. They do have the numbers, the Roman numeral, but they don't have the titles. Can't get over how nice this cardstock is as well. Really gorgeous. Old Tarot Lady just got their True Black on Monday. I'm not sure the name of the European printer, but if you go to My Lucky Card, Rial at My Lucky Card, she lists the two printers, an American printer and a European printer. But a few people ordered it and it's like, oh, why haven't we got the nice 2-part box? Because I think the one just comes in a tuck box. And she said you have to get them from the European printer. But the cards are really good quality. So that's the Pam's Vintage. I'll not show them all because they're RWS and we know what the images are like. Tarot Prague, I'd like to see that one too. Okay, I'll show a few from Tarot Prague. Oh, and this was a gift, and it was such a beautiful gift. I got the book as well, which was also gifted with it, which is, I was looking for it then, which is here. Beautiful book. Oh, Elaine, your lockdown helpers has gone up. Yay, something to watch after this. The backs are beautiful. We've got these beautiful gold foil backs. There are some additional cards. We've got an additional Death card, Sun card, and that's the title card. But yeah, this is just a really beautiful deck. The person that gifted it to me, look at the metallic gold cold stamping. The person who gifted this to me didn't want to be identified, so I totally respect that. But they said that this was their favourite deck and they wanted to share the love and send it to me, or send me a copy anyway. Love the Hermit card. It's just so beautiful. Look at the Hanged Man. Just look at that. Ugh. And our hen is really into Baba decks at the minute. It's like playing catch up. I'm not sure. I don't know if hen's here actually, whether she's still sleeping because it's Australia, so it's the middle of their night. She can't always make it, but I'm not sure she's got this one yet. Look, just beautiful. Really gorgeous deck. Look at the green leaves, how it's metallic. Oh, stunning. So that's Tarot of Prague. How are your feet, Simon? They're getting there, Jackie. They're not as sore as they were. I'm just not used to it, clearly. but they are getting there. They're getting better. Any other decks? Let's have a look. Only mods can post links here. Simon, no, but it's always sold out, so I had to pre-order for the next batch he's sending out. Oh, okay, for the Darkness of Light. No, the True Black, sorry. Which European printer is that one from? Yeah, I've answered that one. Simon, do you have any plastic decks, and how do you feel about them? My favourite plastic deck is Deck of the Bastard, and I love it. So this is plastic, which means you can get them wet, you can take them in the bath. They're really heavy though, they're quite heavy to handle. And I showed yesterday the Golden Thread, which is a plastic deck as well. And this one, you know, uses traditional so for the pips 2 through to 10 is RWS, but then the courts and the majors and the aces are taken from a variety of other decks. So we've got, for example, Ace of Wands isn't RWS, as you can see, but the Two of Wands is. But look how well they go together. You can buy them with different, you can have it without titles, you can have it with keywords, or just what I've got one that's in my backup, which is, it's linen, that one, not plastic. One that has nothing on it, and then one that just has the titles. So yeah, and I just think this is so beautiful, really beautiful. At one time, the Deck of the Bastard was my soul deck before it just had to be the standard RWS. The Blushing Fool. I think the Sun and the Moon card in this deck are gorgeous. Here's the Sun. Our Fool. So, and the reason why it's called Deck of the Bastard is because it's bastardized from other decks and made into one. It's kind of like the ultimate tarot deck, and it's stunning. So there's our Hierophant. So there we go. So that's my favourite plastic one. Let's see if there's any others. Sorry, I was called away for a moment. Are we looking at CS Tarot? No, we're not looking. We're just looking at the Deck of the Bastard then. Just looking for capitals or. Okay. That's a nice deck. Can you please quickly show the Dirty Pam? I'm trying to decide. I want a deck with emotions and dark colours. I wouldn't say the Dirty Pam is dark colours as such. This is the original Dirty Pam. So I'm assuming you're meaning this, and not what they brought out later, which was the Radiant Wise Spirit. This was a custom box I had made from Bunny Kisser. She put a hermit inside when I purchased it, and my favourite version of the Two of Swords ever. And I did edge this, edge it, I mean trim it. I trimmed off the borders and I edged it in black. It has the blood and custard type roses and lilies. But you can see, I would say the colour tones are more dramatic. Cardstock is excellent. It was Low Scarabeo. And every time I've done readings for people, I've used this deck because they're smaller. I mean, taking the borders off hasn't really, you know, it's not a mini deck by any stretch of the imagination, but it takes off that much against a standard RWS deck. But it's nice handling size. Let's see what else I could show you. I like Temperance in this card as well. I mean, like Ace of Pentacles as well is nice with the coloration. Beautiful Ace. Let's see if I can find Temperance. There's the Hermit. The only problem is it's typed font, so it's not Pixies. Yeah, Temperance is beautiful. Look, really lovely. Okay, so that is, I hope that's answered your question. But then they brought out the Radiant Wise. I've got a couple of these. So this is the Radiant Wise Spirit, which they're bringing out a mini. And I really hope that it's going to be more like that, because it looked like there was borders on the images. And what they did with this version is that they made larger cards because they've removed the borders and it's become a borderless one, but they are glossy. Whereas the Dirty Pam, that we affectionately call it, it's the Pamela Coleman Smith Tarot, isn't glossy like that. Cardstock is still nice. They've zoomed in on the back, so they're larger, but you still get those lovely dramatic colour tones. And this one is still readily available, but there is a mini version coming out, and I'm hoping with it being bordered that it's a mini version of the Dirty Pam, as we call it. Trying to find Temperance. There we go, just so I can give you some comparisons. So, and it's a really nice deck. I like it. I just wish it wasn't as glossy. But again, I edged that in black. Why have I got two backs? What's happened there? Oh, it's just one card. So, and it comes in a really nice two-part box. It's got the Fool on one side and the Magician on the other. Quite a nice little book. And yeah, a good edition. Do you have the Whispering Spirits Tarot? No, I don't. Really kind of regret it, but I don't. Let's see if there's anything else. Thank you, Naomi, for the link for Tarot by 7, for Deck of the Bastard. People are asking Conrad what he feels about a plastic deck. I think he's had his work cut out to get all these different versions out there, but maybe in the future. Dirty Pam or Vintage Pam? Dirty Pam. Oh, or Vintage. Oh, sorry, I was thinking you were saying between there. Oh, they're quite different. Dirty Pam or Vintage. If you can get hold of an original Dirty Pam, then yeah, but, you know, Lucky Star do the vintage, and the new one, which I showed recently. This one, which is the Delight. This one is this one actually is closer. It's not as vintage, but it's got vintage tones to it. And this is coming back out later in the year. She only made 30, I think. Yeah, 30. As to see how they'd go, the first kind of print run. And they sold out within hours. I showed them on the channel, and by a few hours after, they'd completely gone. But they are gorgeous. So if you want something vintage as well, and you're thinking that the Pam's vintage is a little bit too dark, then perhaps wait for this version, which is the Delight version. Isn't that Dirty Palm identical to the Radiant Wise? So that's what I was saying, Robin. They're the same, but they're obviously larger because they haven't got the borders, but they're glossy. So I just find the other ones shuffle better, feel nicer. Thank you, this helped. That's good. Would you use majors only decks for normal reading? No, I wouldn't. I just feel that I haven't got the complete... I feel like I've got a chapter of a book, but not the entire book, if that makes sense. So I don't mind if a creator who's going to do majors only, and I've got a couple of majors only decks, but they're more collection pieces. So for instance, with my Dodal, I've got a majors only Dodal and then the full Dodal, because the card stock of this on this paper is absolutely stunning. But I couldn't just have this and think, oh, I don't need a Dodal now, because I had to then go and get the full Dodal. So for me, you know, just do pips, just do simple pips, because at least then, if I've got a majors only deck, I can get, you know, something if minors come up, because I think we need the minors. I don't understand why people overlook them, you know. Minor lessons sometimes, if you get a few of them, add up to be major lessons. Fingers crossed the good mini Radiant Wise. Yeah, absolutely, Jesse. Got everything crossed for that. I hate how glossy the Radiant Wise is. The only deck I've ever ordered and returned. Wow, Karen, you returned it. I see the difference. I think I would prefer the mini. This helped. Good. Except for Simon. What's happening here? His collection usually has all of us like, what deck is that? When we all scurry over to check availability. Simon, do you have the Lost Forest Tarot? No, I don't. I don't have that one, Marina. Lucky Card. Yeah, Rial from Lucky Card. And she's wonderful. She's part of this community. She's often in live. She often leaves comments on my videos. Really, really nice. Her 142 watching. I know. Hello, everybody. It's really nice to see you all. Just playing with cards today. Just chatting about decks, and talked about Conrad Stain's new deck of the CS Tarot 2nd edition. Simon, a new deck is coming. Heaven and Earth by Lo Scarabeo. Have you seen that? I have. What do you think, Sel? Do you have the ancient Egyptian tarot? No, I don't have Egyptian decks at all. I don't like Egyptian decks. I really don't. I've kind of fibbed there, because I did get one. I probably can't lay my hands on it now because it's at the back. Rial from My Lucky Card sent me a load of decks last year, and one of them was Egyptian. And I need to think whereabouts it might be. I'll perhaps show it another day when I've located it. But she just sent that. But generally, I'm not keen on Egyptian tarot decks. Love the sound of paper shuffling. I know. It's very therapeutic shuffling a deck, isn't it? Jesse tried sand in the Radiant Wise Spirit, but lost some of the image. No kidding. That's brave. Medieval Scapini. I have got the Medieval Scapini, but it's a tuck deck, so it might take me a while to find. Let me just see if I can locate it, but if not, I can always show it another day. Going down, going down. Actually, that's the Egyptian deck. I found that one. Medieval Scapini is somewhere down here, but it's going to be buried at the back, I think. So, look at me on all fours. All fours on a live. I don't know if I can put... Oh, hold on, I've got it. So, just quickly, I'm conscious of time now. This is called the Eternal Sands of Time Egypt Tarot. Also available from the Eye of Horus there, look. From My Lucky Card. Again, comes in the nice European printing 2-part box. But it isn't anything that I've worked with, because as I said, it's not really my aesthetic. I don't know, I mean, perhaps I need to do some past life stuff, but whenever I see Egyptian images, I just get this feeling of, it's really bizarre. I do like that image. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, it's just not really for me, but the cardstock of this deck again is just wonderful. So there's that, and then somebody wanted to see some medieval Scapini. All these decks are piling up. It's fun though, isn't it? Delight, where do you get it? From My Lucky Card. Real My Lucky Card. This is beautiful. I've just seen Lucian over at Cross Paths. And Dave. It was Dave who was showing it. Lucian was there, but I think Dave just... Oh no, Dave got the Forest of Enchantment. Yeah, Lucian got this deck. I think. Am I right? Have I just made that up? The backs are beautiful. These are really nice large cards as well. Again, there's a bit of a comparison with a standard. The taller look. The taller than even your US Games tarot deck. They have this lovely gold background on them. It's a medieval deck, but it's a modern deck. Scapini is somebody who created this. It is quite pippish, but there's scenic things in there as well amongst the pips. So, you know, it's a bit of a transition deck. But it's like an old Sforza, isn't it? Or a Madrone with the type of art style. And the colours are beautiful. Look at this, the Ace of Cups. Isn't that just stunning? There's the wheel. Page of Wands. There's our Two of Cups. So it's pippy, but you know it's about our lovers. Yes, it's a really beautiful deck. Really good card quality as well. It feels like a really sturdy deck in your hand. We'll finish with the Star card. So that's the medieval Scapini Tarot. I don't use that enough. It's US Games, so it's really nice cardstock. Still easy to get, I think. I think it's still readily available. Have you the Lucky Egyptian? Is that what that mean, as in Lucky Sean, as in buy My Lucky Card, that one? Because I'm a bit behind now, aren't I, on the comments. The Primordial Tarot. Yeah, I'm not keen, Patsy. I'm not keen on that one. The Primordial Tarot. Primordial Tarot. We all have our preferences. For those interested in Clive Barrett, is supposed to be republishing it soon. Yeah, we do. We do all have our preferences, and that's what's great, isn't it? How do you categorise your decks? I don't really. I kind of have kits or sets together, little tuck boxes together. Then I have certain ones like, which way am I going? It's in reverse here. There. Yeah, that's the Deviant Moon cubby hole. I've got like tins here, Il Meneghello there. I'd have to show you up. RWS here. So, you know, here I've got Baba Studios decks. So it just depends on what goes where, really. There has been a question missed a few times. Renaissance, do you have a deck you use for each season? No, I did do that once, you know. Probably, I think it was in 2018. I said, right, for spring, I'm going to work with this deck. It tends to be now, if I'm honest, the deck that I buy that month. If I'm buying decks, I want to work with them. So, no, I don't. But I did try that, and it worked quite well. But when you buy decks, you just want to play with them, don't you? So at the moment, I'm playing with Shadowland Tarot, but we're in spring. Yet some people are saying that might be more of an autumn deck. But it's been released now, so I want to play with it now. I don't want to buy it and leave it till autumn. Shadow stuff for you in Egypt, possibly. I was showing it and have Dave photobombed the live. I knew, yeah, I thought it was you that showed it, Lucian. Whispering Well will bug Simon for that copy. What copy? I'm just sitting back and enjoying the show and share. Bye, Tarot Lady. I'm just scrolling to see if there's any capitals because I'm way behind the comments. What's everyone's favourite semi-pip deck that is good for learning pips? My favourite semi-pip deck has always been the Pagan Otherworlds, which I just adore. These backs, this is the gold version. I've got a gold edge version that I did myself, but there's a blue one as well. And I'll show you some of the pips. But, oh, look at the death card. It's on that amazing expert printing company. Linen, heavy, not heavy linen, heavy thick cardstock with beautiful soft linen. But yeah, we get the usual ones, but you get some element that you can focus on within the pip card. So, you know, the 7 of Cups with all those choices, they're still there, look. But it does have kind of Marseille style patterned pips as well in some of them, not all of them. But it's such a beautiful deck. It's a classic. Already it's a classic. So that's my favourite sort of semi-pipped deck. And I think it was it was certainly my first deck that wasn't fully illustrated when I got it. I got it long before I had a channel. Anything else? Do you have When My Soul Whispered Oracle? No, I don't. I don't have that. I'm not a huge Oracle person. That has to really get me now. Started out with Oracle, but now it's, yeah, I'm very selective when it comes to Oracle decks. It looks like the Radiant Wise Spirit Mini will have white borders. It's definitely got white borders, but I'm just wondering if it's going to be the same card stock. So it's just like the, what we call the Dirty Pam, but mini. All right, let's pull a card then, because we're coming up to 5-2 already. So we'll pull from our usual Roots and Wings. Oh, and we'll wrap it up. Chris's Tarot DO Arcs arrived yesterday. I love it. It's like jazz in my hands, and they're so beautiful. If you lay them out in a spread, aren't they stunning? Does anybody have the Herb Crafters Tarot? It's not really my bag. I've got the Herbal Tarot. Diane Jaraki over at Indigo Moon Woman really loves the herbal tarot and does lots of videos about it. So you might want to check out her channel as well. Like what in your hands? Jazz, Becca, jazz. Don't change the vowels. Oh, we get a fit. I can't have a fit of the giggle, that's why I'm about to pull a card. Stop it. Right. Concentrate. Message for us for the next 24 hours. Now, no QuaranStream tomorrow because it's Thursday, so I'll be here for Throwback Thursday at 8 PM UK time. Sorry. Okay. Oh, we have the moon. Oh, that is my card of the day, actually. My card today is the moon. Wow. So, what's it telling us? We've got to trust our intuition more. I'll probably just give you the same things I've jotted down in my journal this morning. But, you know, it's about, going with your gut, using your intuition. If you're feeling a little bit apprehensive about something, perhaps confused about something, haven't got all the facts, in other words, you're in that sort of half light, not being able to see things clearly, then what we have to do is really rely on our gut instinct, on our intuition, or what I often talk about as that still small voice within us that never really lets us down unless we've not really paid attention to it fully. So, yeah, if you're being perhaps blinded by something, this kind of links to yesterday's card as well, doesn't it? About being blinded to things, because again, the moon is about not having that clear picture a lot of the times as well. So if something doesn't feel right, what have we got here? We've got 2 crescent moons, haven't we? And we've got this, to me, this almost looks like an eyeball, especially if you had it that way, doesn't it? You know, so again, not being blinded to the truth, be aware, be fully cognizant, be conscious in your thought processes and your decision makings, and particularly with your actions as well. Use that intuition, let it guide you. If something doesn't feel right, press the pause button and explore deeper. Okay, so we've been on for almost an hour, so I'm going to wrap up here. Wish that Cat Riles would do a tarot deck, right? Thank you, everybody, for being here. Don't forget to check out Conrad's. Elle, if you could just post them one last time before we go. If you want to check out Conrad's website and shop, and I'm going to be doing that later to order my deck. And yeah, I will be here tomorrow, as I said, at 8 PM UK time for Throwback Thursday, which is going to be the Dreaming Way Tarot. I have to think then for a minute. So I will see you all then, hopefully. And until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.